Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about three heroes, specifically Sombra, Reaper, and Symmetra, and how I'd fix them. So let's start right off the bat with Sombra. Hack. Cooldown reduced from 8 seconds to 5 seconds. Effect duration reduced from 8 seconds to 4 seconds. Stealth. Sombra now shimmers, like when she's really close to you, every 6 seconds for half a second. HUD timer added to give Sombra players an indication of when the shimmer is about to occur. Delay period when decloaking removed, attacks can now be used directly out of stealth. To put it simply, the most frustrating part of fighting a Sombra is how they can spend an unlimited amount of time invisible and then come out of nowhere and hack you, leaving you disabled for what feels like an eternity. The most frustrating part of playing as Sombra is how clunky and inconsistent she feels, and how much downtime you seem to have where you don't really have much to do. A couple specific issues with her is the length of the animation to deactivate stealth and how long the cooldown for hack feels. To remedy both these issues, and the related issues from the perspective of the enemy team, the hack cooldown and effect duration have been heavily reduced. Additionally, some indication of an invisible Sombra's presence is now possible if the Sombra does not properly position and time her ambush. But the uncloaking animation and how clunky it is can now be directly cancelled into another action such as shooting or hacking. Now, moving on to Reaper. Hellfire shotguns. Pellets reduced per shot from 20 to 14. Damage per pellet increased from 7 to 10. Spread angle reduced from 20.1 degrees to 15.8 degrees. Shadow step. Teleport begins as soon as target location is selected. Reaper becomes a plume of smoke that travels to the destination over 1.5 seconds. Smoke immediately coalesces upon arrival, and Reaper is able to move as soon as he reappears. Now, new ability, Thermobaric Grenade, which is bound to secondary fire, 12-second cooldown, range 15 meters thrown, 4 meters blast radius, damage 15 to 70, creates a smokescreen that fills a 10-meter radius sphere, lasts for 6 seconds, deals 6 damage per second to targets within it, and smokescreen eliminates ability to see past 3 meters, including enemy and ally outlines. Reaper's core issues have always been traceable back to two things: the clunky and often suicidal process of using his Shadow Step ability, and the odd and somewhat inconsistent performance of his Hellfire shotguns. These changes should serve to largely remedy these issues by increasing the speed and animation of Shadow Step and decreasing the spread of his shotguns while also reducing the number of pellets, but increasing each pellet's individual damage. The damage per shot is still 140, but the decreased pellets should help Reaper more against armor and smaller targets. This new ability, Thermobaric Grenade, should serve to help Reaper disrupt the enemy and allow him to go in for the kill, as the enemies cannot see enemies or allies past 3 meters away. And considering that Reaper needs to get quite close to you to really do his job, this should give Reaper an opportunity, if placed well, to do astounding amounts of damage. Oh, and before we continue, thank you to Zach for helping me out with this one, because unlike me, Zach can actually do math. Fuck. So, yes, thank you, Zach. This is a great service you've done for me here. Anyways, moving on. Symmetra. Sentry turret. Projectile movement speed increased to 20 meters per second from 15 meters per second. Teleporter. Deployment time reduced from 1 second from 2 seconds. Photon barrier. Enemies passing through the barrier take 45 damage. As Zach showed me, Symmetra is actually quite strong now, due to the hitbox modifications for primary fire and tick rate increase. As of now, she just feels somewhat clunky and lacking in independence, so her sentry turret projectile speed has been increased, and the deployment time of her teleporter has been heavily reduced. Her ultimate now also damages enemies who pass through it, making it possible to better zone an area and increasing her independence as a DPS. Anyways, tell me what you think of my suggestions and reasoning below in the comments, and let me know how you'd fix these heroes. So, until then, Godspeed to you all, and have a good Monday tomorrow.